What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, last night we had a great card, great night of boxing. We had Saudi Arabia host Riyadh season and a great night of boxing. And there's a few asterisks by it that people are complaining about. And many people continue to hit me up and ask me my thoughts on a few situations, on a few fights, and a few events that took place, which is most notably the Carlos Adames Shiraz fight. And Shiraz being from Saudi Arabia and a Muslim, and Carlos Adames not being there, being from there, right? Then the situation with Joseph Parker and Martin Bacoli. So if you weren't aware, because everybody keeps hitting me up and saying, how come you're not talking about this? You always praising Turkey. What about this? See, this is why I tell people to do their homework in the sport of boxing. Before they make comments, they should do their homework. Guys, do your homework in the sport of boxing and the history of the sport of boxing. When you're trying to defend your favorite fighter or trying to make a statement, you should really, truly do your homework on the sport of boxing and events that have taken place before you bring this to my table and my doorstep. With that said, Turki Alalshiekh got up because obviously Shiraz is his guy, and they're using this to justify Gervonta Tank Davis' claims that he stated that he didn't want to fight Devin Haney under the thumb of Turki Alalshiekh because Turki Alalshiekh said Devin Haney was his guy, and therefore he don't think he could get a decision against Devin Haney. So therefore he wanted 3 Ferraris. Initially 2, then 3, right? As some sort of security, which makes 0 sense because you can afford 3 Ferraris on your own. How is that security? But nonetheless, that's what he stated, right? Because he wouldn't get a fair shake against Devin Haney on the scorecards. And so an event took place where obviously Shiraz is Turkey's guy, and Carlos Adames got a draw. He clearly won the fight, in my opinion. I thought he clearly won the fight. I thought that it wasn't even close. I thought it was 9 rounds to 3 in favor of Carlos Adames. But Turki Alalshiekh got up and he told Shiraz that you got to step on the gas because the judges got you down 2 rounds, right? You down 2 rounds on the scorecards. The judges got you down 2 rounds on the scorecards, so you got to step on the gas. And immediately people took that and ran with it, right? Particularly the Tank Davis fans. They're not fans, as I call them, the knee pad boys, right? And they come to me talking about, you see, Tank was right. They cheated. He got up and told Shiraz that he's down on the cards 2 rounds. First and foremost, understand that Turki Alalshiekh is not a promoter. He's not a judge and he's not a referee, right? Is there corruption in the sport of boxing? 1,000%. Has this happened before in the sport of boxing? 1,000%. Turki Alalshiekh never claimed to be anything but a fan of the sport of boxing that is willing to invest in the sport of boxing to make the sport of boxing better. He's not a promoter, okay? He's not a manager. He's doing matchmaking, and he is a fan, period, right? Do I agree with that? No. But has this happened before? Yes. On high levels? Yes. You also had Frank Warren screaming So as long as that he's down on the scorecard, so clearly Frank Warren was aware, and he's Sherrod's actual promoter. He was aware that he was down on the scorecards, right? And Eddie Hearn does the same thing, right? And they ended the fight with a draw. And they stated, this fight ends in a draw. Nasty work, for sure. Nasty work. Do I agree with that? Absolutely not. I thought Carlos Adames clearly won the fight, right? By far. It wasn't even close. But here's the problem that I have, is that people are acting like because it was Turkey and because it was Shiraz, that this is justification for Tank Davis and David Benavidez to not go to Saudi Arabia and fight in Saudi Arabia because they're not going to get a fair shake. As if this has not took place in the sport of boxing across the board. We saw a judge give Floyd Mayweather and Canelo Alvarez a draw when Floyd Mayweather won every single round against Canelo Alvarez. That didn't happen under the thumb and the tutelage of Turkey, Alalshiekh, and Saudi Arabia. That happened right here in the United States in Vegas. You saw a judge say that that fight was a draw right here in the United States. You saw egregious decisions right here in the United States. Now, as far as Turkey getting up and telling Shiraz and knowing the scorecards and telling him he's down 2 rounds on the scorecards, right? Let's address that, because the Tank Davis fans is trying to use this to justify it. Okay, you guys quickly forgot that Floyd Mayweather, who is Tank Davis' promoter, Turki Alalshiekh is not Shiraz's promoter. He's just his backer. Frank Warren is his promoter. Floyd Mayweather got up in between rounds when Tank Davis fought Mario Barrios, walked over to Tank Davis' corner, which is illegal, touched Tank Davis in the corner, which is illegal, while Tank was sitting on the stool, and told Tank Davis, they got you down on the scorecards, you got to pick it up. You got to hurry up and pick it up. And he was standing by the corner, and he was a spectator and a promoter. He's not part of the team and the training team. He touched Tank Davis sitting on the stool and told Tank Davis, I saw the scorecards. You're down on the scorecards. You got to pick it up. Hurry up and pick it up. That's illegal. What's the difference between Turkey telling Shiraz he's down 2 rounds on the scorecards and Floyd doing the same thing? Another example. Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter. Terrence Crawford, that epic moment that went viral where Terrence Crawford going into the 10th round with Sean Porter looks down, and Tim Bradley, again, Tim Bradley is not part of Terrence Crawford's team. He's not a trainer. Tim Bradley was a commentator. Tim Bradley tells Terrence Crawford, he saw the scorecards and you're down on the scorecards. Terrence Crawford looks at Tim Bradley and said, I'm down. And he says, you're down on the scorecards. And Terrence Crawford says, how? Then he said, never mind. Then Bowman says, Terrence, you're not listening. And he says, Bud, you're not listening. And Terrence Crawford turns and says, he just said I'm down on the scorecards. Okay. And that's the epic moment when Terrence Crawford drops Sean Porter twice in the 10th round and stops him. So Tim Bradley told Terrence Crawford, he saw the scorecards, he knows the scorecards, and he told Terrence Crawford, you're down on the scorecards, you better pick it up. So what is the difference between Turki Alalshiekh telling Shiraz you're down on the scorecards and Floyd doing it with Tank and Tim Bradley doing it with Terrence Crawford? There is no difference. They all knew the scorecards. Is it illegal? It should be. But has it been done? Yes. By your favorite fighter. When Tank fought Mario Barrios, Floyd Mayweather did the same thing, and Tim Bradley did the same thing for Terrence Crawford when Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter. Not to mention, when Canelo fought Austin Trout, they have open scorecards. And the WBC wants to get it changed to where everybody has open scorecards, which means everybody in the arena and the fighters would know the scorecards at some point in time. So it wouldn't matter if your promoter told you or not. When Canelo fought Austin Trout, there was open scorecards. Hence the reason why Austin Trout said, I had to get away from my game plan when they announced us the open scorecards because I was down drastically and I thought I was doing good, so I had to change my game plan, then I got dropped. Do I agree with this decision for Carlos Adames and Shiraz? Absolutely not. I thought Carlos Adames clearly won the fight and clearly should have gotten the decision. But we've seen egregious scorecards. This ain't the first time. It ain't just because it was Turkey, Alalshiekh, and Saudi Arabia. It happens right here. 10 out of 10 times on U.S. soil. So what are we talking about? We've seen the Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis fought, and one of the judges didn't even count Tank Davis knocking Ryan Garcia down in the second round. Didn't even count it on the scorecards. That wasn't in Saudi Arabia under the thumb of Turki Alalshiekh. That was right here in Las Vegas. And against Tank Davis. So that could have played a major part should Tank had not knocked Ryan Garcia out in the 7th round. Hello? And the Martin Bakole situation, I said that was absolutely bizarre on the part of Martin Bacole's team to throw in the towel without even letting him have a 10 count. Period. And that's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.